Part 2. Alright, so previous lesson we talked about posture, respiratory, phonation. You were sitting for those exercises. Let's focus on standing for this exercise, and then we're going to get into some registration breaks to see where you change into your falsetto or your mixed voice, okay? Alright, so go ahead and stand for me, and make sure that posture is good for good singing today.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, good. So let's just try the just hum.
Okay.
Or just maybe not a hum this time. How about we just go Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Feel that buzz. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just connect it.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
1, 2, ready, and I'm gonna change up a little bit. No, you keep doing you keep doing this. And I'm just gonna change up a little bit. Yeah, you got it. Keep going. Okay, good. Now, it sounds like our support is leaving us.
It may be. I think I'll be getting relaxed.
Okay.
I'm not.
Maintain.
Okay.
2, ready, and now notice it's getting a little high.
Okay.
So let's go back to here. 1, 2, and let me see you take a breath. Last one. All right, good. Let's try this again. We're gonna go back down to here, and I want to hear you. We want to do mm-ahh. So you start out mm-ahh. Ready, and mm-ahh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you get to the top. Yeah, all you're doing is going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and all right, try it again. 2, ready, and good. Maintain. Yeah, maintain. Last one. Yeah. So what you're doing is going mm-ahh, okay? Why don't we try that again? We're gonna keep going higher, okay? But I don't want you to get to where, oh, we're getting higher, so mm-ahh. No, just keep it right where it is as if you were speaking. We're not going to get too high. 2, 3, and ma. Try it again, and ma. Ma. Yeah. Ma. All right, let's try staccato. Yeah. 2, ready, and yeah, I like that. And yeah, it just made you laugh. Yeah. Again. Yeah. What we got? Last one. Yeah. So you go try that again.
That's not right.
that's where you are. Try that. Try it slower in. Okay, good. Because now I can target something that you're doing naturally that we want to try to do differently. I hope that didn't come across negatively, because we want to try to keep things as natural as possible, but when we're talking about support, we want to come against it. So we want to do it this way. Try that. Now detach. Now, when you did this, there was one continuation. One breath, right? When you just, there's a detachment in there, but it should be still one breath.
Okay.
But it was more like,
Yes.
you know, so let's try. Try that again. So what you're doing is you're taking the, it's like you're going, how do I describe this because I don't want to be too technical. We call that a glottal. Are you familiar with the glottal?
No.
That's just above, you said no?
I said no.
Oh, okay. It's just above the vocal folds. Your vocal, you probably know them as vocal cords.
Yeah.
But the name is changed now to vocal folds because we realize it.
Vocal folds?
Fold.
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 F-O-L-D. Okay.
Yeah, because they're not chords
Okay.
when you look at them. Although you do see two string-likes, but they're not really chords. There's actually a folding taking place.
Oh,
So that's why they're the new name. But
Vocal fold.
yeah, so there's a folding taking place. Okay, so the glottis is just right above the vocal folds. It covers it up so that you don't get food into the wrong pipe. So what you're doing is when the air is coming through the vocal folds, it hits the glottal first, and the glottal opens up, and that's where the sound can proceed. But you can go, can you try that? As if you're about to, you know that feeling you get when you're about to throw me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you just like bring out a sound and go, yeah, that would be that stop. The glottis said, boom, right there. So you go, so when you sing, all you're doing, you're not like necessarily stopping, but you're just like tapping. It's just like this. Yeah, that's all it is as opposed to,
Well, why do they call it your head voice if it's down here?
Is that where you feel it?
No, I don't. I feel it in my head, but I mean, we're talking about hitting the vocal cord and the, what'd you call it?
Oh, the glottis.
The glottis, yeah. So if you, and the sound you were making was a head voice sound.
Right.
And it's, I know what I mean, falsetto is what, but now everybody says head voice. Falsetto, head voice, same thing, I think.
Okay.
I mean, is there a difference between a head voice and a falsetto?
So I'll answer that by saying there are different schools for those terminologies.
Because the first time I heard that was a young man by the name of Sean Tharp, and I've mentioned him before to you. He's now, I think, head of the music department in Baltimore County School. But anyway, he's the one that said to me, George, you have to use your head voice when we were doing, I don't know, one of these highbrow Brahms or Mendelssohn's or you know, for the Williams or the Wilson. Yeah. You know, and some of those notes are in the stratosphere, at least for me.
Yeah.
And Sean was, he was like, or is like you. He has a tremendous high pitched voice.
Right.
And he would tell me that, he said, in order to hit that note, you've got to go up in your head voice. And that was the first expression. I said, do you mean falsetto? He said, well, falsetto, head voice. You know, same.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So, like, in other words, if it means the same thing for you and you still get the idea,
I do.
Then yes. Okay.
Yeah, and I have learned to do that on a lot of, and it just about comes automatic with me.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why when
and that just comes from listening and rehearsing in the shower.
That's great.
Uh-huh.
I had a music teacher tell me that here's something that you will never forget after I tell you this, and it's true to me. It's true to me. He said 90% of what you do in music is here.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what you hear and what you recall.
Right.
And that's really what it is. And I was like, okay, so if we work on this melody, Amazing Grace, and then 10 minutes later I go, do you remember that melody? You recalled it. You remember those pitches. It was only 3 pitches. And you just remember
I
it.
have a pretty good recall.
So yeah, so that's good that you were allowing your ear to help you know where things should be placed. And you know when it gets too high, you know when to switch. Do you know when to switch?
Most of the time, yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
You just feel it. So okay, so then why don't you identify that for me, okay? We're going to try something here. We're just going to do let's go here. And just go. Are you in head voice yet? Okay, good. Are you in head voice yet? Let me know when you are, okay?
I was probably in the head voice.
Let me know when you are.
I was head voice then.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
Yeah, right.
I just wanted to see if you can tell when you are.
I can tell that.
Okay, good. Let's keep going. Let's go here. Yeah, so we're even higher. Are you already in head voice?
Maybe. Let me try
Okay,
it again.
all right, here we go. 2, 3, and... Are you there?
Yes.
Last one. Are you still in head voice?
Yes.
Or are you in falsetto?
Probably got to my limit on that one, so it was falsetto.
So then what's the difference between falsetto
Well,
and
head voice, I think, probably is I'm a little bit more solid in. The head voice is a little lighter and more, it's not as distinct.
Okay.
It's a lighter sound.
Okay, I like that. And then falsetto is?
The falsetto is actually a real light sound, and it's just, I think I can make it attitude, or I think I can make that. That's, yeah, I can get that if I try.
Okay.
So it's just it's on a given time. I mean, I could come in here on a Sunday morning and really hit some high notes, and then I can come another week and I'm not doing well at all. There have been times when I think I don't mind myself saying it, I've done pretty daggone good hitting the real. Keeping up
give
with
yourself
you
some
guys.
credit.
Yeah, right. But then there are other times when
I'll let you know
that I'm not doing it. So
this is good for you.
I'm a music student.
Yes.
Independently.
So we are now in the area of registration.
Right.
Okay. When we talk about registration, we're talking about those areas: chest, voice. Head,
yeah, no, this has been a good exercise for me because this is something I have to be conscious or cognizant of.
Yes, right. Absolutely.
Right.
So there's one more term I'm going to ask and see if you've heard of. It's called mixed voice. Have you heard that?
Well, no, I don't know what a mixed voice is. I don't believe. I may do it automatically, but I don't know.
So let me educate you on what you're doing automatically. This is a good thing about music is because you've been doing this by sensation. Intuitively, and you're doing great.
Here.
Where academics come in to play, and schooling comes into play, education comes into play, we add theory. We give theory to it to explain the process. So what you were doing here, starting on this note here, I would say you were mixing because it just before you got to like a headier kind of sound. Right. Once we got to probably here, no, it's about to leave the mix area, and we're getting into a more headier.
Right. That
Now,
was a head voice.
Starting out here. You go here. you're going into falsetto.
Right.
Did you notice that?
That was a light.
Yeah, watch
'cause that was
this.
getting a little bit higher.
Try this one again. No, just the. Now try this one. You notice there's a difference with this one and this one.
Yeah.
So when you got to and then you went to a different place, like something changed, and then go here. Yeah, that would probably be more of a false.
I think that's a falsetto.
That would be more of a false.
Now,
We've
'cause I
identified
can't do
it.
that loud.
Right.
You can't, or at least I can't. There are some people can sing
Yeah.
louder than I can
Right.
sing falsetto or head voice. But when I get into head voice, I can't compete. I know you're not supposed to compete. I can't keep up with, say, someone like you that has a trained voice, or somebody like a David Merrill or Warren Freeman. I mean, I can't. I just flat out can't do it.
Yeah.
Because now part of it may be the attitude that if you think you can't, you can't. You know, if you think you can, you can.
So that sounds like our pep talk.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So that's it. So I mean, it's just a little
Yeah. Well, as long as you
part of my singing personality.
maintain.
Maintain.
That's all I'm asking for
Yeah,
you.
right. Yeah. Just maintain.
You don't really have to keep up with anybody. You just maintain.
Right.
You just say, "Hey, I'm a turtle. I just maintain. I just do what I do."
I get across the street. And it
Yeah,
takes me longer.
I do what I do. Yeah, exactly. My aunt says all roads lead there. Some take longer.
That's right.
If I take a wrong turn, you know how we men are with women. We take a wrong turn, and no, I know it's this way. My aunt will say, all roads lead to the same place. It just takes longer.
It just takes one. There you go. Right
And
on.
I'm like, so you're saying I'm going the wrong way, you know? So I don't want to say you're going the wrong way. I want to say that you're maintaining. Because that's what we do as men. We maintain.
Okay.
Even if we're wrong. You
Well,
maintain until you identify.
I've learned a lot, because I used to do, when I first started singing, Heather, I mentioned Heather the other day. Heather used to get on us for harmonizing. Stop harmonizing!
Yeah.
We